People say I'm a troublemaker, but it runs in the family. That day, my brother woke me up early in the morning.
Adaria, Manita, get up! A handsomely mysterious masked gentleman has run off with your sword!
Really? Where did he go? I'll catch up to him.
No, he was too agile and, so acrobatic!
No challenge can stand up to Adalia de Volador. There! Hand over my sword, and let's settle this with a duel. Wait! You look familiar somehow.
I'm not who you think I am, Volador, but perhaps you have heard of me. For I am El Vigilante, the most daring warrior of justice. Be it true what they say, that thou hast vowed to protect this city from the wicked Count Duke and his minions? Then prove to me that you are equal to the task. Complete my trials, and if you succeed, not only shall I return thy... I shall allow you to join me as my devoted sidekick. Together, we will fight the Count Duke, and justice shall prevail against infamy.
My, such a lot of big talk for someone I've never heard of, El Vigilante. But I will gladly face these trials of yours, for I will emerge victorious.
Victorious, you say?
Oh, look! Another practice dummy.
Hey, hold your tongue, or taste my sword.
Ha! You better watch out, I've just been training. Ah, if it isn't the city guard. Or should I say, the Count Duke's private army of goons.
What's all this ruckus? The Count Duke has forbidden dueling within the city walls.
That just means it takes twice as much courage. En garde!
That was very impressive. Now follow me, unless you're too tired.
Aren't you tired of running away? Amigo, I'm all for beating up the Count Duke's goons, but if you keep this up, we'll have all of his soldiers on our back, and I'll be the one who has to fight them off.
Yeah, but think of the example you'd be setting for the people of this city. Think of how seeing your daring feats will inspire them with courage and hope.
I do want to inspire the people. Hang on, there's no one around.
Perhaps they'd hear of your exploits in a song or something.
Alejandro?
Adalia, here already? That's fine, but I mean, my friend El Vigilante, he just needs a moment to prepare the next part of your trial. So you just turn back and take a break, alright?
Something tells me El Vigilante needs a break too. Aye.
Dueling in the streets, assaulting the Count Duke's men, breaking into a villa. Quite a list of offenses you're racking up there, Volador. Just you wait until Antonio gets back here with the gate key. Then you'll be sorry.
There you are. I thought you were coming out from the other side, and I put some decoration for you and everything, but really, it's fine. And now it is time for the final trial. Prepare to finally face El Vigilante, the poet of valor and his verses of steel.
Steel yourself versus my Valor poet, and face your trials finale.
Remember, your brother gave you strict instructions not to harm me.
Aye, I could tell you two are very close.
Not as close as your defeats, Senora.
Why are you wearing a mask?
They're just terribly comfortable. Your brother, will be so proud of how you fought today.
Well, my brother should tell his vigilante friend not to go mistaking recklessness for heroism. He can take it from me. I'm the perfect example when it comes to committing that error.
Ay de mí. You're right. I'm a disaster, aren't I?
You are, Manito. But you should never be afraid of losing. Losing is how you learn to win. What's Adalia de Volador doing in prison? Well, funny you should ask, because I'd like to know too. There I was, just minding my own business, when the Count Duke's lackeys arrested me for no good reason. For the third time this week. This is harassment. When I escape, I will be lodging a formal complaint.
Ah, Dahlia dearest, how are you finding your new accommodation? I trust you're settling in well.
Well, the Count Duke paying me a visit. Taking a break, shaking down the townsfolk for taxes, are you?
Taxing citizens is perfectly within my right, and so is putting seditious radicals like you behind bars where you belong.
I see. And what did you have me arrested for this time?
This time I thought I would arrest you before I send my plans in motion. I will conduct my affairs free from you pesky meddling. Guards, keep an eye on Doña Volador. Make sure she stays put for once.
Hey! Who are you and what are you doing here?
Oh, caramba! You must be new then. Don't worry, I'm here to cause trouble.
You'd better not! I've waged more wars than you have hot dinners. I've got my eye on you.
So you're the ones causing all these explosions! Are you out of your minds?
We are on a secret mission for the Count Duke. Return to your cell before you get hurt.
Our Capitan would like to have a word with you. Ooh, I wouldn't want to be in your boots.
Well, Doña Volador.
Well, Captain... Captain?
You caused quite a mess back there. You remind me of a soldier I once trained.
You trained a one-woman army?
I smacked that attitude right out of her. And I will do the same for you.
Smoke! In La Plaza! He's trying to burn the city to the ground! Duke! Stop this nonsense now! Wait, I'm sorry, but are those caricatures?
What is she doing here? I gave specific orders for that reckless reprobate to stay in her jail for once. Doña Volador, you will leave before I have you arrested again!
Increíble! You're risking blowing up this whole city just to get rid of a few silly paintings, and you call me reckless?
The production of seditious art cannot go unpunished. I will not have the dignity of my office insulted by this grotesque mockery. Besides, they look nothing like me.
You see no resemblance at all?
No!
In that case, let's improve the likeness by rearranging your face.
Cheater! Reprobate! This won't go unpunished! Just you wait!
The Count Duke was hell-bent on destroying these portraits. But I'm nothing if not a passionate defender of the art. So I made sure everyone in town could see the masterpieces. Zaida? Is that you?
Nice to see you too, Princessa. Don't tell me you were invited here.
What? Me? Oh, cielos, no! I'm here for the keys. I'm going to give them back to the people where they belong.
Ah, so here to steal from these spoiled nobles. That's what I like to hear.
And you? I mean, what are you doing at this party?
Well, I'm not here for that gamba salayo. I've already scouted the place out. I could show you where those keys are.
Really? I mean, that would be really helpful.
I just need you to help me deal with a few stragglers.
Oh, sure, no problem. It's a deal. I love this, don't you? Us banding together to save the city like this.
You and your puppy dog eyes. Alright, there's a trophy room ahead. I'll meet you there.
Oh, now that's a bit ostentatious.
And that lock is impossible to pick. Trust me, I've tried. But do you see those 3 tethers? Each one of them is connected to a lever inside of those lodges.
Caramba, Zaida. You worked that out just by looking at it. You're so much better with technology than I am.
No, I just worked it out on my previous reconnaissance of the palace.
Oh, yes, of course. I knew that. So, how shall we do this? We split up to go pull these levers?
Sure, the first lever is upstairs. Take that door over there. I'll go the other way and take care of the second one.
If you have any trouble, just call out and I'll come help you, all right?
Adelita, you worry too much. It'll be fine.
Ay, por favor.
Hey! What are you doing here?
Don't mind me. I'm no one of consequence.
Hola, tíos! Isn't that the Volador woman? Where's your invitation?
I invited myself.
You did it, Princessa. I'd have expected nothing.
I see you got your lever too. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
None at all, thanks to your diversions. Tell you what, Adelita. How about we spice things up?
Really? I mean, yeah, sure, absolutely. So, what do you have in mind?
Let's race each other to find the last lever. First one there gets an extra surprise.
Vale, I love surprises.
Surprise!
Oh, yes! You got the keys before me. Well played. Wait, don't you tell me you're double-crossing me? You said we would work together.
I didn't give you my word. Plus, I was working on this plan before you came along.
Ah, your word, of course. But we want the same thing, don't we?
Not in the same way, Cariña.
Hear me out! First, we need to...
First, we need to create a diversion. Guards!
Ah, Madame de Volador, I've been looking forward to crossing blades with you.
Careful what you wish for, monsieur. Tell me, have we met before?
If we had, you would certainly have remembered me. My family is very distinguished. And I have been trained in the fencing arts by the finest masters in Europe.
Fencing arts! So not much real experience then.
Proving you wrong will be the highlight of my evening.
Zaida, come down here. We need to talk.
Adelita, I'm glad you made it out of there. It's a beautiful...
Don't change the subject, Zaida. You tricked me.
I'm sorry. I didn't have time to explain. I'll be keeping the keys for ransom.
Ransom? That wasn't the plan.
I knew you would disagree, but you have to trust me on this.
But you want to keep them for ransom. They belong to the people.
Las ostras malditas. What do you think the people of this city need? Keys or bread? Bread they'll be able to buy with money. All the money the Count Duke will give us for these.
I understand that. But with this new law, the Count Duke will have absolute power here.
Do you think I care for the laws of these nobles? Laws mean nothing when they leave people hungry.
Zaida, even if you could bleed the Count Duke's coffers dry with the ransom, once he gets the keys back, it will all have been in vain. Money's not the only thing keeping him in power.
What do you mean? How will he pay his soldiers and the judges?
His soldiers actually believe all he says. They'll follow him regardless.
You're adorable when you want to be the hero, you know?
Zaida, trust me. I give you my word.
All right. So you really want these keys, do you? Then show me how much you want them.
Should we settle this with a duel, then?
Now this is a language I understand. Follow me. I won't run away this time. I give you my word.
This garden, isn't this where you and I first met?
I'm glad you remember. It'll be just like old times.
How could I forget our first duel?
And I'll win this one, just like last time.
That's not how I remember it. Let's set the record straight. En garde!
En garde, Princesa. Just as promised, here are your precious keys, Princesa. Now, go up and do your hero thing with them.
Thank you, Zaida. And let's do this again sometime. I mean, that's just if you're ever free or...
Just send the word. I'll be there.
Yes, until we meet again. When my brother told me about a treasure map and a deserted island, I thought, Dios mío, Alejandro wants to be a pirate now. But it turns out, the Count Duke has been using an old seaside fortress to hide a hoard of money. Money from bribes and gold that he's been embezzling from the city's people.
Adaria, let me come with you. This will be a classic Volador siblings adventure.
He said, I don't want to put him in harm's way. I thought he might go alone this time. So here I am, all on my own, about to discover whatever secrets this island may hold.
Ah, it's Madame de Volador, I see. To what do I owe the displeasure?
Oh, it's you again, monsieur. Has your daddy cut off your allowance? Is that why you're moonlighting as a treasure guard?
Ha ha, a silly girl. Treasure is but one of the secrets that my associates and I are guarding on this island. They will be delighted to know I bested the infamous Volador woman and sent her paddling back to the mainland in a little dinghy.
Ah, Atalia! You crossed the sea to raid this fortress of fraudulent fortune.
Alejandro, this is why I told you not to come. How did you end up in that cage?
Alas, I fought as valiantly as Achilles himself, but I was beaten back by a bunch of befuddling barons.
You fell for that ruse? And keep your voice down, por Dios, or you'll alert all the guards. There's more of them? How do I get you down from there?
Oh, no need to worry about that. My friend El Vigilante will come and free me. But I need to tell you something. I overheard my jailers talking about some kind of conspiracy.
A conspiracy? The plot thickens again. What is the Count Duke up to this time?
I don't know. Amassing a horde was just the first step. We still don't know what they plan to use all that money for.
Let me handle this. I will dig the truth out of these vile thugs. Oh, and brother.
Yes?
Try and stay out of trouble.
So the plot thickens once more.
What?
I say the plot thickens once more. For it is indeed I, El Vigilante.
Por favor, how thick is this plot going to get? How did he even get out of that cage?
As I was saying, the plot thickens once more.
Why are you doing this?
It is I who got to this island first. And it is I who is destined to unravel the conspiracy surrounding this secret treasure.
Listen, you're in over your head. You're going to get hurt.
But I left you the entire city for your adventures. Let me save the day for once. En garde! Well, congratulations on passing your final trial. Now you are ready to face the many dangers that lurk beyond these gates. Go forth! Your glory awaits!
Well then, I'm grateful to have had such a thoughtful and considerate mentor as you, El Vigilante.
Really? You think so?
Yes! I mean, who else but El Vigilante could I rely on to prepare a boat for our escape and bring me back to safety once my quest is over?
Ah, sure. El Vigilante will get onto that right away. He'll just lie here for a little bit first.
Adalia, you wouldn't happen to be following me, would you?
Zaida? No, I mean, it is nice to see you, but... Hang on, are you here for the treasure? You know about it?
Oh, everybody knows about it. Half the city's garrison is here on this fortress, and they aren't the best at keeping secrets. We can split the treasure this time, if you want to help me out.
You know, this treasure is mostly taxes that the Count Duke extorts from the poor, right? We could just steal the treasure, or...
Aye, this again.
we could shut down the whole conspiracy.
No. I can tell when you improvise a plan. It's too dangerous.
As long as the Count Duke keeps using this fortress, he'll just keep stashing money into it.
Or we could sneak in, sneak out. I see, no fuss, no big fight with the Count Duke. And no risking your neck, Adalia.
I can handle myself. Come and see.
I'm glad you'll be part of my legend. All right. So you can hold your own.
See? Thank you. Besides, I'm not good at sneaking. I mean, not as good as you are.
That's true. You know, if you tried harder with your sneaking, you might have discovered where the treasure vault is.
You found the vault? Es una pasada. How much treasure is there?
More than I could carry in one go. And it's heavily guarded. So I suppose I could use your help. Let's go.
Oh, you like money, don't you? Yeah, but money doesn't like me. I can't seem to keep my purse full. You and me both, amigo. How about we go and top ourselves up someplace pleasant? You want to steal from the Count Duke? Don't see why not. How do you think the Count Duke got on that treasure in the first place?
Is everyone in this island involved in their own evil conspiracy?
Dole! No! The Count Duke works very hard for it. Plus, courts don't corrupt themselves, you know?
Each coin to pay for your schemes is one that could have paid for food, clothing, and housing.
It already does! It pays for ours! Besides, the more the Count Duke spends, the more it trickles down into the hands of the people anyway. I read that in a book once.
Oh la la. How unfortunate that my sister-in-arms has revealed so much of our plans to you. I'm afraid, madame, that I must now ensure your silence in a rather permanent fashion.
Nothing will silence me. Count Duke!
Ah, those useless, incompetent buffoons! I'll burn off their mustaches! I'll beat them to the ears!
You should have known your lackeys couldn't defeat me.
Yes, it would appear they couldn't defeat you. But your clown brother, on the other hand, and that pirate partner in crime of yours.
What did you do to them? If...
Leave my island now, and I may consider returning them safely to the mainland. It's entirely up to you.
Leave. Dalia de Volador never walks away from a fight. Face me, you coward!
So you've made your choice.
Alejandro! Saida!
Hurrah! Adaria! You found us!
You're alive! It's so good to see you. It's embarrassing to admit, but the Count Duke got the drop on me. And your brother too, of course. But that was kind of inevitable.
Did he hurt you? Anything injured?
Only my honor.
Just some bruises. But you mustn't stay here. We're bait. You're in the heart of his lair.
Atalia de Volador, ever the meddling hero, the interloper, the thorn in my side. I'm so glad you could join us.
I demand that you release my friends.
Oh, so now you will have me release them, will you? And yet earlier you refused my offer because it would have meant sacrificing your pride. Think on that, Doña Volador.
What will happen to your pride once I have exposed your plans? Think on that, Count Duke.
Think, you say? Think! That's the problem with thoughtless fools like you. You never think. Always rushing into the metal, led by your feelings and never by your reason. People like you weakened our nation with soft-hearted sentimentalism. But the money you would throw away to the poor and the needy, we will turn it towards a greater purpose. To power a glorious and unstoppable war machine!
To line your pockets, you mean?
To rule the continent and beyond! We will put warships in every sea, send armies against every revolt. Every mine, field, and banking house will answer to us. We shall rule every kingdom in the land! Nothing to say, Volador. No witty repartee?
What is there to say? Is that what you believe in? You don't even know how sad you sound.
Come, Doña Volador, let's be reasonable.
Says the man who's ransacking the whole city! Have you now, Count Duke?
Shall we say best of three?
En serio? Admit your defeat.
No! Never! Not by your hands!
Look around you. You have nowhere to run and your plan is exposed.
Oh, you may fight like a lioness, but you are as blind as a bat! Can you not see the clarity of my vision? The logic to my schemes? My plan will give this kingdom unparalleled greatness! And you have no plan at all, except to stand in the way of progress? I am the Count Duke, Count of Azarcolar, Duque of Las Torres, Marqués of Elche, Prince of Aracena, Valido of the King! And I will end you, Volador, just as soon as I can get this cannon to work!
Didn't they teach you to never stand this close to a cannon?
So, We're not getting paid, are we?
What do we do now, Capitan?
Whatever the Count Duke says.
So much for a flawless conspiracy, Count Duke.
Someone sitting on my hand.
Silence, buffoons! This is all your fault!
Ha ha! I won't be the one ending up in a cage for once.
Why, you foolhardy, flamboyant braggarts! You think you're better than me? Why do people love you? What have I ever done to deserve this?
Why didn't you tell me you'd be on this island? I'd have come with you.
I knew you'd be here. You always end up where the things get interesting.
What do you mean?
You know, intrigue, arch nemesis, the fate of the nation.
Are you implying I throw myself at danger?
I'm not implying anything. By the way, I'm still not sure you can handle yourself.
I literally just saved you from an evil conspiracy.
You can never be too sure.
Are you asking for a rematch?
I don't know. What do you say?
I say, en garde!